Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel Time, and thank you for stopping by for my review of DC's Injustice. Batman vs. Superman. Squad up. Whose team are you on? Who you got? Team Batman, baby, all the way. Anti-fascism. What's he talking about? Well, the Joker gets tired of going head-to-head with Batman because Batman's just too good. The Joker, he's always losing. He's like, I want to do something a little easy. I'm going to go against Superman. Because Superman's a big softy, you know, he's used to punching things. He's not used to somebody messing with his mind, playing jokes on him. So the Joker, he plays a big joke on Superman and tricks him into killing Lois Lane, which totally sends Superman off the deep end. And he decides, you know what, no more violence, no more war, no more being bad, period. Like, I'm taking over. He's taking over the whole world, making sure it's all in a safe, padded bubble that no one, it's just, whoa, man, like, calm down. Like, he really has a problem with violence all of a sudden from other people, but he's the sole proprietor of violence. He is a he is a monopoly on violence. Superman will crush anyone else trying to do harm to others. Wonder Woman, this is cool. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna lead you in this quest to put an end to all war, along with a bunch of other members of the Justice League. You got Flash, the Green Lanterns, Shazam, Hawkman, a lot of superpowered beings versus the lesser powered like Catwoman and Huntress, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Harley Quinn. These are kind of the lesser powered characters that side with Batman. In the comic, they have them go after a Kryptonian pill that gives you temporary superpowers. It was alright. But in the movie, they switched up quite a few things. They took some liberties in order to fit the format of a 1 hour, 15-minute animated movie versus like a 12-month-long comic run. So lot of changes, and we'll go over some of them. One of the changes was they were going into Superman's Fortress of Solitude to steal a red sun laser cannon to weaken Superman, versus the comic they were stealing the pill. But in both cases, they encounter Superman's father, and this is when we see the end of the Atom, who goes inside of Superman with a shard of kryptonite to be like, yo, stay there while we take this laser, don't do nothing. Another change is that Lex Luthor is completely taken out of the equation, which in the comic I didn't really understand why he'd be working with Superman, although he does eventually betray him, becoming a spy for Batman inside of the regime. And in the movie, they replace him with Mr. Terrific, who I thought had a good run in the Arrowverse. I liked his character in the Arrowverse. He is the one to come up with the T-spheres rather than Lex Luthor being the engineer technician for the regime. And he's the one who eventually says, you know what, Superman, idealistically, this is going too far. Are you going to laser blast anyone smoking a cigarette? Like, how far are we taking this? Like, who gave us the right to police the planet? We should be helping to enforce their laws, not forcing them to bow down and kiss the ring. And another change, Aquaman dips out early, Shazam dips out early, Green Lanterns, they all dip out early, which was probably just for budget reasons. There's this big moment in the comics where Superman finally has it with Aquaman, and he takes Atlantis out of the ocean and throws it into the desert. Like, maybe they just didn't have room for that in the movie, which I get. You also had the difference with Wonder Woman and how long her allegiancy lasts with Superman. He lashes out when she ultimately doesn't agree with him killing innocent children, people at a party, which in the comics, she was more bloodthirsty. Like, yeah, whatever, man, you killed these jokers, sycophants, I don't give a damn, I'm just here for the mayhem. Which, I don't know if I really like that version of Wonder Woman. I felt like this movie version had her like dedicated to, yes, we are ending war, we are bringing peace to the planet, and you know, you got to break a couple eggs to make the omelet. You know, I'll help you break some eggs. But once Superman's just like breaking eggs left and right, killing children, that's when she's like, you know, I don't think this is going to be the best omelet. We also had some rather big changes. The Amazo robot does not even show up until Injustice 2, but for the movie they had him be the big ultimate bad guy, I guess. He's not the ending battle, but it's kind of what coalesces all the heroes, brings them together. This robot, which in the comics was sent to India to hit a high populated area, but in the movie, the animated one, they send Amazo to Smallville, which I thought was a nice little twist. They were going to try it on a small town. Smallville. Amazo goes to Smallville, kills a guy for littering, and the Justice League is like, whoa, this is crazy. And Batman's team decides to join up with Superman's team to kill this Amazo robot who, by the time they take it out, has killed, like all of Superman's squad. Like, he's taken out maybe 3, 4, 5 superheroes. So, no joke. And even afterwards, Superman, like, hasn't quite seen the error of his ways. And that's when they have to bring out a Superman from another world, or another, like a multiverse. So, another Superman who is not as corrupted as this new one. And one of the problems that a lot of fans had with Injustice initially was, Superman would never do that. Even if you killed Lois, like, he's too good. He would never go bad like that. But this is a different universe, so maybe the Superman that we're more familiar with, the one who would never do that, is the one who they brought over through the portal to be like, hey man, you gotta cut it out. But because this new one, this Injustice Superman, is more ruthless than the Superman we know, he's actually able to be more savage and ruthless in the fight and defeat the one source of hope that we thought was going to change all this, until, kind of like in BVS, it's Lois Lane. Oh no, not BVS, Justice League. Just like in the Justice League battle, when Superman gets revived and he's losing his mind and he's fighting Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Cyborg, and Batman's about to get laser blasted to death, and Lois Lane shows up and he's like, yo, Clark, what are you doing? What are you doing, Clark? You can't be doing that, Clark. And he's like, yo, what am I doing? I can't be doing that. And they fly off to Kansas. So in this one, she shows up and she's like, yo, what? What are you doing, man? You can't be a fascist. And Superman's like, you know, I see the error in my ways now, which it was a little fast, but, you know, it's an animated movie. They got to wrap it up. And I think just seeing Lois Lane, and then in this world, she's pregnant. She's about to have his child. And in the beginning of the movie, his Lois Lane is like 1 week pregnant. Like the baby's just starting to like make biological proof of life. You know, Superman like hears a heartbeat or a kick, or I don't know, a cell divide or something. His super hearing kicks in. He's like, yo, we're about to have a baby. It kind of makes him go, man, I've come so far. Like my Lois would be ashamed if she could see me now. And another interesting change that I kind of liked about this movie is in the comics they had more time to, I guess, take the perspective of each character as they show up. And in this, they don't do any big story arcs for the minor characters. They give them roles to play, and they are kind of set in those roles, but the real story arcs are on Batman and Superman and where they start out. So Batman starts out, you know, the solo lone wolf type, you know, shut off, and Superman's like this giddy, you know, oh my god, I just found out me and Lois are going to have a baby. And by the end, Batman is kind of softened up, and, you know, having gone through all this, he's kind of appreciating the people that he has around him, and he wants to start a life with Catwoman and maybe go down the route that Superman would have been at the beginning of the story, whereas Superman ends the movie not being able to go down that path, getting a glimpse of, this pregnant Lois from another universe, but ultimately saying, I really messed up and I gotta go in whatever red sun prison you build for me. So I like that kind of flip. And, if you're gonna do a new take on the comic and make it its own thing, you really have to find a way to make it its own thing. So spending so much time with, I guess, the ultimate protagonist of the movie, Batman, it gives you that. It's really a Batman movie with Superman being the next minor character and then dropping off from there. So was it as good as the comic? I don't think so. Just having to cut off so much left it a little empty, especially if you hadn't read the comic. You might not follow along as well. I thought that some of the character designs just aesthetically didn't work for me. The shadows were kind of wonky. The front of the knuckles had this like black shadow underneath them. Even in like full light, there would still be a black shadow under the knuckle. Just choices that I didn't kind of agree with. The color was cool. A lot of the animation was well done, but the character designs just didn't do it for me. The backgrounds looked really great. I thought whoever was doing the backgrounds, bravo. And some of the voice work, I thought the casting could have been a little better. Some of the performances could have been a little bit better. Not terrible, but for a Warner Brothers production, I was a little bit let down. So yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed it. I'd watch it again, but not one of my top 5, top 10, not even the top 15, I don't think. I'm not going to give it a number or rank it, but I liked it. If you're into DC comic book movies, these animated features, I suggest you check it out if you haven't already, but don't set your hopes too high if you're like a big fan of the comics or the video games. But if you like the characters, yeah, it's great. It's fun. I've been your boy, Diesel Tyme. Like and subscribe for more. Leave your comments in the comments if you have any thoughts on Injustice or these characters. What's your favorite DC animated movie? What do you want to hear me review? Let me know. Have a good day. Peace.